June's here and we are fresh off of the Movement Festival and a ton of great shows in May, and we're going to keep on going right into another great concert month in June. If this is your first time here, I'm a local real estate agent here in Metro Detroit, Mike Perna, making videos on all things Metro Detroit. If I can help you make a move, call me anytime to help you buy or sell a home, and let's get on with it. Starting out the month strong with a country show that I will not be attending is Dierks Bently playing at Pine Knob on June 2nd. Dierks burst into the music scene in 2003 with the single What Was I Thinking that hit #1 on the Billboard charts, and since then he's had over 20 #1s and still creating new music. June 6th brings Tyler Childers to the Masonic Temple Theater, possibly one of the fastest growing stars in the country music scene, known for his unique blend of country, bluegrass, and folk music. Hailed by Rolling Stone as the 21st century voice of Appalachia, he's been selling out shows left and right and probably one of the last times you'll be able to see him not playing a stadium tour. Now, I'm going to take a moment and just add in that I am not a country guy, but I've gotten a lot of feedback that I need to add more country, so we have like 8 country artists in this video. But not this next one. Is June 7th with Paramore with opening act Block Party that will be at Little Caesars Arena. Coming in from Franklin, Tennessee, which is an unusual place for a rock band, but they've been cranking since their 2004 hit Misery Business. Then despite a few short breaks, they are back and going strong. And I've seen this band a couple of times as an opener for Fall Out Boy and Weezer and Blink-182, and every time I see them, they crush it, and I can't wait to see them as a headliner. Rival Sons, which I know nothing about, will be taking over LCA on June 8th, and I've got to say, I don't know anything about it, but I've heard that they're pretty good. Their hard-hitting, bluesy rock feel and catchy hooks earned them 2 Grammy nominations in 2020 for Best Rock Album and Best Rock Performance. I haven't seen them live yet, but then that's not going to change, actually. Taylor Swift is coming to Ford Field on both June 9th and June 10th, 2 shows for what's called the Eras Tour, and to be honest, I don't know any of her music. I had to listen to some to get a feel. It is super catchy, and checking StubHub, I don't think $2,700 per ticket for a floor seat is going to happen. I totally see why there's been controversy with their ticket sales and Ticketmaster with those ticket prices. The demand is insane to see here. I'll be at Paramore, Lower Bowl, $100 a ticket. Thank you very much. Dermot Kennedy on June 9th at Meadowbrook Amphitheater is hailing from Dublin, Ireland. This 1991-born artist, which makes me feel old by the way, blends folk and hip-hop with an Ed Sheeran kind of vibe. He was signed to Aeroscope Records, the same people that signed at one point Eminem and Lady Gaga and One Republic and Billie Eilish and Imagine Dragons and more. This could be a chill and an upbeat show, and frankly a great Taylor Swift alternative, especially as you can still snag tickets as low as $20 to $30 at the time of recording. June 13th, I'll be at this show, The Cure. The actual Cure is playing Pine Knob, and I saw him way back in 2013 with lead singer Robert Smith, and he was old back then, and now he's 64 and still rocking the stage. The Cure formed in 1978 in England. It took off during the 80s with 7 albums that climbed higher and higher on the charts, with their hit Friday, I'm in Love in 1992 cementing their international success. I think I'll be at the show because it might be my last time to actually see them. Matchbox 20 is back and hitting the stage at DCE on June 14th, and I miss these guys. They do a great show, and they bring a lot of energy. In 1996, they hit the scene hard with their debut album, Yourself or Someone Like You. And now I was a sophomore in high school, and that kind of rockabilly sound was really coming into its own. And Rob Thomas is still the frontman all these years later, even after trying to strike out on his own and doing fun collaborations with Carlos Santana, Willie Nelson, Mick Jagger, and more. Also on June 14th over at LCA is Canadian rock star Bryan Adams, who I haven't seen since the summer of '69. Okay, that was a terrible joke. You know what? I did not write this. I just want everybody in YouTube land to know I did not write that joke. That was terrible. Thank you, Derek. I'm giving you a shout out for that. Okay, I wasn't even live then, but it's probably going to be an awesome show to attend since Bryan Adams is still putting out new music and also covering old hits. And get this, opening up are Joan, Jett, and the Blackhearts, known for their hits like I Love Rock and Roll, which topped the charts for 7 weeks in 1982, the year after I was born. Still feeling old. June 16th to Pine Knob, Grammy winner and Michigan native Billy Strings. Okay, I had to look this guy up, but apparently he's become super popular and really accomplished guitar player who sings country and bluegrass, which is again totally not my kind of music, but I love seeing these artists that are from Michigan get big. June 17th, John Mellencamp at the Masonic Temple, still rocking it at 71 years old. He has had a wild ride of a career with over 30 million records sold and also inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2008. Some of his top 10 hits are Hurt So Good, Jack and Diane, Crumbling Down, Small Town, and Rockin' the USA. Now hold on to your seats because Kansas is about to shake things up at the Fisher Theater on June 17th. Again, another show I will not be going to. Get ready to relive the glory days with hits like Dust in the Wind and Carry on the Wayward Son. I don't know why that's a hit. Join fellow rock enthusiasts for an unforgettable night of nostalgia and epic tunes as Kansas promises a night of epic guitar riffs and soaring vocals and cosmic keyboards that will transport you to the pinnacle of progressive rock paradise. I did not write that. Okay. Just reading the word on the screen at this point. Buckle up, kid. I think this one's going to be the show of the month. And I did rate this one, by the way. Modest Mouse is opening for Weezer on June 18th at Pine Knob. And I've seen both bands multiple times on multiple stages through the years. And one thing rings true. Modest Mouse, who I'm a big fan of since the 90s, consistently puts on a disappointing show. It just is what it is. Unfortunately, this is one band that just sounds better on my iPhone speakers than live. Now, I love the band and I love the dark comical lyrics. However, Weezer is one of those bands that has stood the test of time both musically and the power they bring to the stage. And I remember the first time I listened to the Blue Album, made famous by their first hit, Buddy Holly, and from there, I honestly thought that these guys were going to be a short-lived, one-hit wonder kind of a band, and that was not the case. I could do several videos on Weezer alone, but suffice it to say, with over 35 million record sales, 13 million active listeners on Spotify, and hundreds of millions of streams, they definitely hold up. June 21st, 3 Doors Down in Candlebox is at Freedom Hill, and we all probably remember Kryptonite as the first good song, and probably the most overplayed song of that year, whichever year it came out. I don't remember. I try to block it from my memory. Followed up with Here Without You, their rock ballad. I mean, it's no Poison or Van Halen, but it was a good try. Back at Pine Knob, Eric Church, June 23rd. And I know I dog on country music pretty hard, but this is one I'll actually concede. Like, Eric Church puts on a great show. I've actually seen him, and I believe he's still the only country artist to date that's played Lollapalooza, which is a nod to his diverse audience. And with hits like Springsteen, Drink in My Hand, Hell of a View, Record Year, it is going to be a good show. June 27th, Dave Matthews is back at Pine Knob, and these guys, almost 3 decades later, do not disappoint. They may have disappeared from the new music hit scene, but they always put on a good show, and this one, I think Lawn Seats versus The Pit is probably the right move. No need to spend to get close. June 29th, a show I will not miss. Carlos Santana is back at Pine Knob, which I've actually seen him there with Rob Thomas before. And I'm going to have to be at this one because this might be the last time to see Santana. He's 75 years old, and he hit the scene over 40 years ago with Black Magic Woman, and then came roaring back with Rob Thomas, with Smooth and Maria Maria. Recently, he did stumble and take a fall and had to go to the hospital at a show. I really think that at the end of this tour, he may be calling it quits just for health reasons. So definitely get there if you want to see him before he goes. Morgan Wallen on June 29th and 30th at Ford Field. I have no idea who this person is, but he's big enough to fill up Ford Field not once, but twice. I'll listen to it and I'll give it a shot as long as it's not country. Now we're going to round out the month with a couple of comedy shows. Impractical Jokers Live is coming to the Fox Theater for a one-show event on June 4th. These guys are lifelong friends that are known for their hidden camera show where they compete to embarrass each other with outrageous pranks and challenges, but their live show is also a ton of fun and not to be missed. John Heffron's coming June 17th at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase, a Detroit local, well, Eastern Michigan University rather, but close enough. And after a run on 95.5, he's been on The Late Show, The Tonight Show, Comedy Central Presents, and tickets will sell out fast for John, if they always do. And that's it, my friend. That is your comedy and concerts in June 2023. My name is Mike Perna. If we can help you find a home or help you sell a home, give us a call anytime. We would be honored. Thank you again and see you on the next video.